What's going on, Invest Maniacs? Knight Rider here. So today we're talking about Etsy. They just had their investor presentation day. Everything was looking good. Stock was up 2.41% for the day. And then all of a sudden, the stock dropped 8.1%. Wow. So what caused Etsy to lose about 1/12 of their entire market cap? Etsy's CEO, Josh Silverman, reviewed the company's plan to deliver sustained growth. Silverman stated, "In the long term, we believe we can further our sustainable competitive advantage around 4 key elements of our business that make us different, which collectively we call our Right to Win plan." Can we be honest? That's a stupid name. We can't be adults and call it like our 4-point growth plan or something. No, we got to call it our Right to Win plan. Tell me that doesn't sound like the name some social justice warrior would come up with for her kid's soccer game where she wants everyone to get a trophy. We don't keep score here. Everyone's a winner. Equal outcome. That's a participation trophy, I think, losers. Oh, God. Silverman continued, "These include our collection of unique items, best-in-class search and discovery, human connections, and trusted brand. We have a large and growing addressable market across Etsy's retail categories within our 6 core geographic markets, and believe our growth can continue to outpace overall e-commerce." Etsy's CFO, Rachel Glasser, said, quote, "We believe our product improvements and investments lay the foundation for sustained growth for the next 5 years. We expect annual GMS, that's gross merchandise sales, to continue to grow in the range of 16 to 20%, and we currently anticipate that revenue will grow slightly faster than GMS. Etsy has been growing faster than the overall e-commerce market, and this outlook suggests we will continue to grow faster than the market." So why did this cause Etsy to lose 1/12 of its entire market cap? Well, there were 2 parts to that statement. First was GMS growth of 16 to 20%. Okay. In 2018, Etsy grew GMS at 20.4%. Naturally, they're not going to guide higher than that over 5 years, so 16 to 20% sounds reasonable. I think more of the issue was the revenue growth. In 2018, revenue grew 36.8%. Over the past 2 quarters, revenue grew 41.3% and 46.8%. So when you hear those numbers, and then you hear a guide of slightly better than 16 to 20%, that can be scary. I think that's mostly what set this sell-off. However, it really shouldn't have surprised anyone. The only reason that the 2018 revenue growth was up this high was because the last 2 quarters in 2018, Q3 and Q4, Etsy had implemented increased seller fees. Well, that's a one-off. So you're going to have really solid revenue growth for 4 quarters, but once you hit Q3 2019 and you have comps which include the increased seller fees, it's going to dip right back down to wherever the revenue growth was before. We can see the last 3 quarters before they implemented the increased seller fees were 24%, 25%, and 30%. Okay, 30% is good, but obviously, I mean, each individual quarter is going to vary, right? Let's look at the last year before they implemented the increased seller fees, which was 2017, and that was only 20.9% revenue growth. So again, when you look at these numbers and you can see that currently Etsy is growing at around, low to mid 20s, it makes sense that for a long-term guide, they're going to do high teens to maybe low 20s. That makes sense. So this really shouldn't have surprised anyone. But when you're just looking at the big numbers and all you see is, hey, last quarter grew at 47%, last year was at 37%, but they're guiding for slightly better than 16 to 20, that can be scary. However, when the next 2 quarters report and revenue growth is probably still going to be in the 40s year over year, I think that the stock's going to continue to pop back up. So I think you're getting a nice little buying opportunity right now. I want to get the video up as quickly as possible. So for those of you who do see it in time, if you want to, you can make an investment or just a little trade, because I really don't think the stock deserved to go down 8% on that news, on that guide. Hope you guys have a great day.